In this video, we're going to take a look at the Bigme B7 mini tablet. So the last time I had a screen this size in a tablet, 7 inches by the way, was the first generation Nexus 7. I was an early adopter of tablet technology. Back then it was just an LED screen. It was pretty basic. Yeah, you could load the Kobo or the Kindle app on it and read books, but it wasn't very comfortable for your eyes. And even my iPad today, even though it is an OLED screen, I still get fatigue in the eyes after maybe 20 minutes of trying to read on it. I've never found it to be a successful e-reader for me. And that's why I've become very interested in this sort of technology here. Now, unlike most of the e-readers on the market, what makes the Bigme B7 stand out is that it is actually a color display. As you can see here, I'm holding this upside down, of course. It's a color display. So you're going to see graphic novels, if that's what you're into. You're going to see those in color. Other apps like different video-based apps or picture-based apps, you can definitely work in color. And it's probably one of the most pleasing screens to look at if you're going to be looking at a screen like this for many hours at a time. And that's sort of why I think, this is my airplane tablet. This is what I take with me on that 4.5-hour flight to Mexico, or that 4.5-hour flight to Las Vegas, or wherever I happen to be going. There is a built-in camera on this. As you can see on the back here, there is the lens for a camera there. It's not super high resolution, but if you're, let's say, going to a conference like I am in September, it's probably sufficient enough to screen capture, or to rather photograph a presentation that a speaker might be giving in a conference. So I can certainly capture information that way. But I'm not limited to that as well. There is a built-in note-taking app. And if I open that up, I can use the supplied stylus to actually jot down some notes here. So let's start a new note. Just a typical sentence that you might write. And you can see, pardon my awful handwriting, but I think you can clearly see that it's not bad. It's fairly legible, and certainly no worse than anything I'd write on a piece of paper as well. And the nice thing about the screen is that it feels a lot more like paper would. It doesn't feel like glossy like an iPad screen would. And you can use this for drawing as well. So you can do a lot of different things with this. It's quite effective that way. I mentioned the stylus, but it also comes with a case as well. So, and this is magnetic based, and if you get that in the right position there, it will snap in and easily magnetically hold your tablet. Fold across here, and you can take it with you, and it's got a little latch here to protect it. The stylus itself is rechargeable, and to charge this, you just attach it to the side of the tablet there, like so. And this strap, of course, adds a little bit extra protection here. There is a battery, and attaching it to the tablet is what charges the stylus. And you'll see, of course, that the end of the stylus will light up red until the stylus is fully charged, and then it will just simply go out. But when it's attached here, it'll be charging the stylus off of the internal power here. And of course, it comes with a cable, which I would have thought would make sense to put on the bottom here, but it's actually where the hinge of the case goes. So a little criticism there to Bigme, but just leaving it open like this will allow you to charge your stylus right here, the tablet itself, and the cable, of course, can plug into many of the typical power packs that you probably have already for your devices. I really like the design with this larger bezel out here with the 2-button controls. If you go into settings, you can go into page up and down keys here, and you can choose between volume up and volume down, which is the default in this case here. But you can also do D-pad left and D-pad right. So if you're, playing a game or something, you could do that. But I think more likely what I'm going to do is set it for page up, page down. So as an e-reader, I don't have to rely on touching the screen. I can just use these controls to go to the next page of whatever it is that I'm reading at the time. Some people criticize the e-ink displays as being too slow, and while there is a bit of a lag when you're, let's say, going from the settings screen to the home page, there's a slight delay there. It's actually pretty good considering the technology that it's using. And, I think you can handle the several milliseconds delay that that you might see with this particular thing. It's got some great apps built in. The Note-Taking app, I think, is excellent in this particular tool. Obviously, it's Android 14, so you're going to have access to the Google Play Store. You can install things like your Kindle reading software. There's a built-in dictionary, a built-in Office suite of applications there. There's a translator tool. And of course, Bigme has its own suite of applications that you can use depending on which you prefer, whether you prefer something like, one of the mainstream apps like the Kindle app, for example, or if you're looking for something that uniquely takes advantage of this hardware here. But this is going to be my new favorite travel tablet. You can see it's very small, lightweight, portable, and perfect for travel as well. The person that I see this for, it's not necessarily me. I'm definitely going to use this tablet that the good folks at Bigme have supplied me. But I think the ideal person here is that digital nomad who's a bit more of a technology minimalist. They don't want TikTok. They don't want YouTube. They want to just keep this focused on things like email. They want to be able to focus on just the work that they're doing. And even when it comes to entertainment, they want to focus on just reading a good-looking reader technology display there. One of the things that jumped out at me, and I didn't expect from a tablet like this. So if you are comparing this tablet with others on the market, take a look at this. So not only can I put in an expansion micro SD card, but here at the end, there's room for a SIM card as well. So while you're traveling, you could use this tablet as your smartphone and leave maybe your more expensive iPhone at home and save yourself the trouble of possibly losing that, or possibly having, the people at the border scrutinize your content on social media. You can keep this relatively clean and just use your SIM card here. So that's a real nice plus. And so this literally can be a mobile phone. There is no headphone jack on here, but it does allow for Bluetooth connectivity. So if you want to connect a set of AirPods or other types of buds that you want to use with a microphone, that could be your primary communication method. And you could even, I suppose, connect a Bluetooth keyboard and type those notes and emails and so forth. So check out the Bigme B7 tablet. I think you'll really like it if you're a digital minimalist, or you just simply want a nice, simple, easy to use tablet when you travel.
If you thought this video was helpful, please like and share it with your colleagues. If you need help with Adobe Captivate, hire Paul for one-on-one instruction. Paul's goal is to focus on lessons based on your specific needs. Visit his website at captivateteacher.com. And don't forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel.